picture exploding on social media has a lot of you talking and asking, is this for real? Check this out.
Whatever this is, it's massive.
Encountering the wilderness of Amazon alone, these people have got some stories to tell. Stories of creatures that should be called the world's creepiest, and moments that are hard to believe.
Is a satanic leaf-tailed gecko, and this is fantastic.
So tag along, for what was recorded in the terrifying forest will leave you shocked.
What is that?
He spotted me. Okay, I better get back down.
A forester was walking through a forest when he saw that made him stop in his tracks.
He's just up there.
There, between the trees, was a small, skinny figure, just like a little boy. But closer, the view wasn't human at all.
Not quite sure what he's doing, looking at that tree.
This strange creature looked scared, and behaved as if it were waiting for anything to appear from above. Maybe it was an alien looking for its spaceship.
Oh, he spotted me. Okay, I better get back down.
The dense forest hid more than just trees, perhaps secrets not of this world. Mysterious flying creature. In the jungle, people spotted a mysterious creature, just like a huge butterfly. But as it fluttered closer, they realized it was way more than that. The creature had wings like a dragon, big and powerful. Its body was as white as snow, with mysterious black spots dotted along its back. It looked almost alive, like it had jumped right out of a storybook. Everyone stood frozen, watching in wonder, as this beautiful, magical creature left behind a new sense of curiosity. Giant python in Indonesia. In a thick forest on an Indonesian island, villagers found an amazing snake that measured 25 feet long. This giant python had a body as thick as a tree trunk. It was so big and heavy that the villagers needed a crane to lift it. Even experienced python handlers in the village were shocked by its extraordinary size. They carefully documented this rare find, marking one of the biggest python discoveries in Indonesia's recent history. Humanoid tick. Hidden deep within the jungle, an aquaculture researcher stumbled upon something shocking. A creature with a human-like face and weird spidery legs. It felt like a scene from a horror movie. When the footage surfaced the online community, it started a debate. Few believed it was an actual humanoid tick that got caught by the man, while skeptics called it a silicone sculpture. Although it looks like one, many people calling it real makes it hard to determine its identity. But one thing is for sure, this creation showed the creepy side of wildlife. Didn't it? Great Abaya. You won't believe what people found in a stony lake. At first, it looked like a giant fish that weighed 1 ton. It had this long, dark body with open eyes. It's strange how it went unnoticed for so long. But here's the twist. It was a giant eelfish. However, it wasn't a real fish at all. It turned out to be an amazing sculpture made by a clever artist. It looked so real that it fooled almost everyone. What an incredible skill. That lifelike eel brought a splash of mystery to the art world, proving that the best fish stories are the ones created. Water dweller. Some fishermen were walking by a lake when they spotted a strange creature in the water. It had a face resembling a human and long, messy hair, but instead of legs, it had a fish tail. They decided to catch it. They threw their nets many times, missing over and over, but they didn't give up. Finally, after many attempts, they caught it and put it in a big sack. No one knows what happened to the mystery creature after that. Maybe they gave it to the authorities? Comment down your opinion. Creepy creature. In a forest where trees seemed to share secrets, a researcher's camera captured a tall, wild-haired figure among the trees. It looked just like the legendary Sasquatch. The messy, hairy figure stepped carefully on rocks, trying not to slip. The researcher thought it could be a cannibal hiding in the woods. The forest's mystery remained unsolved. So next time you wander through the woods, stay alert. You never know who you might meet. A rustle could reveal this creature just out of sight, waiting to be discovered. Titanoboa caught on camera. Deep in the Amazon jungle, a fisherman's day took a surprising turn when he spotted a giant snake on the riverbank. It was a Titanoboa, a creature thought to have vanished long ago. The massive snake lay still, and its body was stretched out. News spread quickly, drawing researchers eager to explore the Amazon for more insights into this legendary giant. Meanwhile, in a different corner of the world, spotted this Titanoboa in Africa on a farm in Balito, adding to the buzz about these ancient reptiles. Strange creature. In the waters of Brunei, a calm boat ride turned into a thrilling moment. A boatman took out his camera as a strange creature rose from the murky water. It had tough armor-like skin, beady eyes, and small tusks sticking out from its mouth. Unlike other river animals, this one wasn't scared of the boat or its driver. Suddenly, the creature charged at the boat, hitting it hard. The impact made the boatman drop his camera. Now, experts are studying the blurry video, wondering if they've found a new sea animal in Brunei's waters. Largest parrot. Guess what? For 2 long years, a bird was missing from the world. This incredible creature had disappeared shortly after an ornithologist spotted it. But then, an amazing discovery happened. The ornithologists found Sirocco the kakapo, the largest parrot at its island home, deep in the Fiordland wilderness. With its mossy green, yellow, and brown feathers, it looked so healthy. Can you visualize how exciting it was to see Sirocco alive and well? It truly gave everyone new motivation to protect these rare animals. Saving creatures like Sirocco is just so thrilling. Bizarre-looking bird. An American biologist spotted a bizarre-looking bird. This big grayish-brown creature was even larger than a crow. It had a taste for flying insects and showed off feathers with beautiful black and light brown patterns. This unusual bird was the great potu. What made it even more fascinating? When it perched on a tree, it blended right in. You couldn't tell where the branch ended and the potu began. So, next time you're out in the wild, be careful the next bird you see might just be Pio, hiding in plain sight. Jungle character. While driving in a hilly area, 2 friends came across a strange creature that stopped them in their path. Something that looked like the ALF character had come to life. To have a closer look, they got out of the car. The creature appeared to be a hybrid of a bear and a lion. Its unusual features leaving them bewildered. When they tried to scare it away, the unexpected happened. It started chasing them. Fortunately, the friends managed to escape the bizarre creature. Next time you're on a quiet road, be prepared. You never know what might be waiting for you. Giant snail. You've probably seen snails that fit in your palm, but get ready for a shock. A video making rounds on the internet shows a girl posing with a snail so massive, it looks like it crawled out of a monster movie. People speculated that this giant snail came from the past and had somehow survived. Others wondered if it was a new type of snail that grew much bigger than normal ones. But after some digging, the truth was revealed that this astonishing sight was captured at Clarkland, a themed park in Clark, Pampanga. Mexican walking fish. A hidden treasure waited in the waters of Mexico. ready to be discovered. Tourists spotted a pink and feathery creature. It wasn't a fish, nor was it quite a salamander. They discovered it was the axolotl, an amphibian with a magical appearance. Its head was with fluffy gills that resembled a fancy headdress. The axolotl, nicknamed the walking fish, amazed the visitors with its 4 legs and foot-long body. They learned that these special creatures were once common in Mexican waters, but had become very rare in the wild. Terrifying creature. One evening, a man at a park pool spotted something scary. A strange black creature was moving near the water. It moved slowly at first, as if checking out the area. Suddenly, it turned and gave the man a terrifying look. The creature resembled a human, but its body belonged to a beast. The video of this event ended quickly, leaving everyone puzzled about where the creature came from or where it went. From that day on, whispers filled the town about the scary pool monster. Bird of Paradise. After 8 years of study, an ornithologist confirmed the discovery of a new bird species in New Guinea. The Vogelkop superb bird performed a stunning dance, showing off its bright blue chest. It appeared as if it was wearing a tutu skirt. As it chirps, a bright yellow glow shines from its mouth, giving its performance a magical touch. This finding proves that Mother Nature still holds many surprises for us, reminding us that the natural world is full of undiscovered wonders. Monkey with chicken body. The shocking discovery that left scientists stunned. In a farm town, locals spotted something truly strange, a white chicken, but with a twist. Instead of a beak, it had the head of a monkey. Its big bulging eyes made the creature even more bizarre.
Voilà, c'est ça qu'elle a. Un poulet qui a visé, qui est encore vivant, hein?
Was it a strange mix between a chicken and a monkey? Or maybe the result of a science experiment gone wrong? No one knew for sure. But the unusual chicken monkey quickly became the talk of the town, leaving everyone amazed and curious about its origins. Bizarre creature. A friend came to visit a house, expecting a normal day, but what he saw was shocking. A creature sitting by the fireplace like a regular pet. It had a lion's body and an eagle's head. The friend could hardly believe his eyes. Later, he got to know that it was a special crossbreeding experiment that had brought this mythical creature to life. Now, the griffin lived as a pet, calmly resting on the rug. The idea of such a creature being part of everyday life was full of surprises. What other wonders could be hidden in this home? Pikachu. A man was strolling when he spotted something unbelievable. A small yellow creature resembling Pikachu from Pokémon. With tiny eyes and floppy ears like a rabbit, this real-life Pikachu had black-tipped ears and a tail just like the character. As it twitched its ears in search of food, onlookers gasped, feeling as if a cartoon had come to life. This creature walked on the very ground where the Torterra earthquake scene from Pokémon Detective Pikachu occurred, leaving everyone questioning if other Pokémon could exist too. Strange creature. Have you heard about the incredible discovery a zoologist made recently? While exploring underground tunnels, he stumbled upon a fascinating creature, a chubby little rodent with eyes completely covered by skin. This was a Spalax, also known as the blind mole rat. Despite its blindness, the Spalax expertly navigates its underground world, using other senses to find food and avoid threats. The zoologist carefully documented his discovery and left the unique animal in its underground home. His findings were shared with other scientists to help them learn more about these amazing blind creatures. Peculiar creature. A ghostly creature lurking under a bridge caught the attention of a local when he noticed strange eyes glowing in the darkness. Moving closer, he spotted an animal with a fierce tiger-like face stripes running down its body. But something was different about this beast. It had strange duck-like webbed feet and an extra long tail. The mysterious animal turned out to be a water opossum. He took photos of this rare find and shared them with wildlife experts. They confirmed it was indeed a water opossum, marking the first time this unusual creature had been seen in their area. The animal stayed under the bridge, making it its new home. Peanut bug. Deep in the rainforests of South America, a scientist came across a bizarre sight, an insect resting on a tree trunk that seemed otherworldly. This peculiar creature had a long, flat body featuring a large white spot that caught the eye. But the weirdest part was its head. It looked just like a peanut shell. As if that wasn't odd enough, its wings were super colorful with beautiful patterns. The researcher was excited to learn this bug, which was called Fulgora laternaria, also known as the peanut bug. Its strange, peanut-shaped head and colorful wings help it blend in with its forest home. Giant centipede. An ecologist went to the forest to study insects when he suddenly stopped. There, moving through the plants, was a giant centipede. This wasn't your everyday bug. It was huge, with a long body made up of many segments and lots of legs. The centipede moved fast and smoothly, like it knew exactly where it was going. The ecologist watched as it searched for food, its many legs working together perfectly. This exciting moment showed the ecologist how every creature, even scary-looking ones like the giant centipede, has a job to do in the forest. Nature is full of surprises! Unknown creature. In the Amazon jungle, a forest guide spotted a strange creature. It wasn't an ordinary monkey. Its arms and legs were as thin as twigs, resembling a living stick figure. A bright red mark on its belly glowed like a warning sign in the dim forest. Perhaps it was a type of monkey, or maybe a completely new species. The guide's photo quickly gained fame, with people worldwide speculating about this Amazon mystery, which some believe still hides in the shadows. Unknown creature. A man, while on his usual stroll in the woods, spotted a weird creature looking at him. It had a bushy figure, and it strangely resembled the legendary Sasquatch. Although this time the size was a bit small. People who watched the video believed that it was a baby Bigfoot. But here comes the twist. When the video reached the hands of experts, they identified it as a porcupine. A porcupine was eerily aiming at the guy, and eventually forced him to leave the area. Most risky bird.
Just like the one behind me. It's known as the most dangerous bird in the world.
You'll never guess what happened to this family. They found a bird that looked like it came from another time. Its huge claws, sharp like daggers, made it the world's most threatening bird.
Kicking you and jumping at you with those feet and like a velociraptor.
Thinking they could raise these special birds, they brought home cassowary eggs. Soon, they learned they were wrong. Cassowaries were too wild to be pets. Instead of being friendly, they became aggressive and protected their territory. This experience showed that some animals belong in the wild. The cassowary, once the king of the jungle, now faced threats in its home, struggling to survive in a changing world. Chupacabra. A traveler in a jeep spotted an unusual creature in the sugarcane fields. At first it looked like a strange little horse, but as they got closer, they realized it was a chupacabra. It had a lean body and scary eyes, just like the story said. The chupacabra froze for a moment, staring at the jeep, and as it approached, it got scared and suddenly started running away. The field hinted at more surprises, leaving the traveler to wonder if other chupacabras had been living there all along. Humanoid snake. Here, I've got a wild story from Malaysia that'll make your eyes pop! More than 5,000 miles from Greece, people in Pahang, Malaysia, claim to have found a creature resembling the famous Gorgon, Medusa. This unusual animal had the body of a snake, and a human head. It was said to have been captured by Malaysian Aborigines. The story tells that the men saw two creatures, a male and a female, but only managed to catch the female. Some witnesses said it begged to be released, while others thought it tried to call for the male. The creature, now on display, looks like a curled-up python with a human head and thin arms, but sadly, it remains unverified. Huge anaconda. Deep in the Brazil River, something astonishing happened. Villagers spotted a huge shape gliding through the water. Can you believe it? It was an anaconda. But not just any anaconda, a massive 50-foot one. It moved silently through the river, which was impressive enough. Then it began heading toward the shore. Everyone knew that anacondas could grow large, but this one left them wondering if it was a new species. Nature can be strange and scary, yet it also reveals the beauty of the wild. Massive spider. Get ready for a story that'll make you shiver. A worker was just doing his job, checking out a deep hole in the ground. He had no clue he was about to see something straight out of a scary movie. As he looked into the darkness, he saw a giant spider hiding in the shadows. This wasn't a normal spider, this one was huge. Its legs blended into the darkness, making it hard to see. Suddenly, his normal checkup turned into a scary game of hide-and-seek. He ran out wondering, could there be more of those giant spiders deeper in the hole? Mutated lion. Something unbelievable happened at the zoo recently. While walking by the lion cage, the worker noticed a strange creature in the enclosure. At first, it looked like a lion, but something was off. Its eyes glowed weirdly, lighting up the darkness. Its movements were slow and odd, nothing like any lion he had seen before. For a moment, he just stood there, staring right. According to him, it might be under some demonic influence, which caused it to act and look differently than usual lions. But it was spooky enough to not let the man go into the enclosure. Creepy crawler. In Bali, a homeowner spotted an odd creature on their ceiling. At first glance, it looked like a big spider, but a closer look revealed it was far stranger. The creature had many tiny legs and hairy tentacles waving around. Soon, the house was full of wild guesses about what it could be. Some thought it might be a new kind of bug, while others were scared, imagining it crawling slowly across the ceiling, trying to stay dry from the rain outside. Hopefully, the mystery of Bali will soon be uncovered. Giant anteater. Deep within the Amazon rainforest, researchers discovered a giant anteater. With its long snout, it sniffed out hidden termite mounds. Using powerful claws, it tore them open and extended a tongue longer than an arm. With each quick slurp, this hungry hunter ate hundreds of termites. By day's end, it had gobbled up over 35,000 insects. This incredible eater quickly became the star of the Wildlife Center study, capturing the attention of everyone involved. Observing such a magnificent creature in its natural habitat was a thrilling experience, reminding researchers of the wonders that the Amazon holds. Golden lion tamarin. Primatologists discovered a fascinating creature in the jungle. These little monkeys, known for their bright orange fur, had a clever way to survive. Even though they were small and easy prey for larger animals, they possessed a unique advantage. They almost always had twin babies. This meant that if one baby got into trouble, the other was likely to remain safe. These tiny monkeys were called golden lion tamarins. They were incredibly skilled at climbing trees with their sharp claws. They could grip straight up tree trunks, making them quite rare to spot in the dense jungle. As they swung through the branches, their vibrant coats showcased their beauty and charm. Leaf-tailed gecko. In Madagascar's rainforest, an animal lover made an amazing find. After hours of searching, they spotted a satanic leaf-tailed gecko hiding behind a dried leaf. This gecko was a master of disguise.
Is a satanic leaf-tailed gecko, and this is fantastic.
It looked like a lizard with a flat, leaf-shaped tail and mottled brown colors. These tricky lizards need very special homes to be happy, which makes it hard to keep them as pets. Their amazing camouflage and elusive nature make them a fascinating challenge for animal lovers, and a reminder of the mysterious wonders of the rainforest. Amazon stingray. Amazon is famous for unidentified creatures, and this time there is another one on the list. A researcher got too close to a freshwater creature in the Amazon River. Its flat, disc-shaped body had a long, slender tail, a small mouth, and a spotted pattern, with its pale white underside. Not believing their eyes, and shocked at the surprise, they at last carefully released it back into the water. Yet even after all that, the researchers still found this stingray amazing. It just goes to show how the Amazon is full of wonders that keep explorers coming back for more. Creature in jungle. In the Congo, a team of explorers stumbled upon a strange creature that seemed straight out of a storybook. It was huge, with a body covered in rough scales. Its small eyes looked more like a snake. The explorers whispered excitedly to each other. Could this be a real-life dragon? Or maybe a brand new type of reptile? They knew one thing for sure, that scientists would be thrilled to study this mysterious creature. Mutated spider. The Croatian beach turned upside down. People were getting ready for a fun time in the sand when something strange caught their eye. Up on the beach hills, a huge spider was crawling around. This wasn't your everyday little spider. It was so big, beachgoers couldn't believe their eyes. They watched as the giant eight-legged creature moved slowly across the hills. Word spread fast, and soon the beach was packed with curious onlookers.
Ne znam šta će noć donijeti.
Su nas obvestili naj zapustimo svoje apartmaje.
They believed experts might come to check it out, but by the time they arrived, the spider had vanished, leaving only whispers and wonder behind. Eel goby. A group of fishermen spotted an unusual creature at the coast of Japan. The encounter was so strange that it left you in disbelief. Inside his net swam an eel goby, a fish that seemed to have come straight from a spooky tale. This fish had no eyes at all, just rows of razor-sharp teeth that could easily bite through metal. No one could believe their eyes! The odd eel goby left everyone wondering how it could navigate its food and path. Was it truly a monster of the deep? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. You won't believe what an explorer just saw in the African grasslands. He saw something huge move in the water. It came from the water and snatched its prey so fast, he barely had time to react. At first, he thought it was some big reptile, but when he looked closer, he couldn't believe it was a bullfrog. But not your average frog. This thing was enormous, like a real monster of the wild. While science says they can grow up to 8 inches, myths mentioned that a huge creature resembling the gigantic bullfrog was used to swallow everything. And by everything, I mean everything. Can you imagine how a tadpole can become such a giant figure? It was the top predator around that water, taking over like a boss.